Hello students. Today our topic is your certain pharmacognosy question. We will discuss some previous pharmacognosy question that came in different type of examinations like pharmacist examinations, ASI pharmacist examinations and state level pharmacist examination like that ones. So those students who are preparing for pharmacist examinations, you must watch the video because this video we are discussing certain questions, okay, previous year questions, okay. It may be help you. Again, I want to say that during discussion we not only give the only answer, we also explain the background of the answer, okay, so that you will know the answer. At the same time you can also, it is like a preparation, it will help you. Again, I'm saying those students who are preparing for the different type of pharmacist examinations like state level pharmacist examinations, you think at least 8 to 10 number of pharmacognosy question will come in examinations, okay. And ये होना चाहिए कि मुझे हम ये इतना याद रखना चाहिए कि हमको फार्माकोग्नोसी क्वेश्चन को पूरा तरह अटेम्प्ट करना है, पूरी तरह ठीक करना है. तो इसीलिए मैंने पहले क्या किया, इसको मैंने कुछ पुराना क्वेश्चन को सिलेक्शन किया. तो एवरी वीडियो में मैं 10 से 15 क्वेश्चन को डिस्कस करूँगा, विद कंप्लीट डिस्कशन करूँगा. जो क्या फ़ायदा होगा, आंसर तो पता चल जाएगा. दूसरी बात कि एक डिस्कशन होगा, बैकग्राउंड डिस्कशन होगा जो हेल्प कर सकता है. जो मेरे हिसाब से मैं जितना क्वेश्चन कलेक्शन किया उसी से मैंने देखा कि जनरली फार्माकोग्नोसी क्वेश्चन जो आता है फार्मासिस्ट एग्जाम में वो इतना डीप लेवल नहीं आते, सरफेस लेवल आता है. तो जो स्टूडेंट अपना कोर्स जितना है बी फार्म और डिप्लोमा कवर किया होगा तो आराम से क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट कर सकते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. याद पर एक चीज़ है, हम लोग को ये सब चीज़ एक सिस्टमेटिक वे में जानना चाहिए, याद रखना चाहिए. वो इम्पोर्टेंट बात है. जब डिस्कशन करते हैं तो क्या होता है ना, वो दिमाग में बढ़ जाता है एंड इट विल हेल्प यू इन द फ्यूचर एग्जामिनेशंस. So now, without any delay, now you start. At least try to solve 15 number of questions, pharmacognosy questions. Okay, and that question has came in the previous different pharmacist examination that I discussed, that I told earlier. Question number 1. Your meal contain what type of chemicals? It question came in ESI 2019. The options are glycoside, gum, protein and alkaloids. Just think, meal contain what type of chemicals? It's very easy and surface questions. Okay, now we should know the answer. The meal contain the gum. Why? Because now we explain that. Look at the meal is such a plant which actually contain oleogum resins. It contain your oleogum resins. So generally the biological source of meal is that it is the exudate obtained, it is the oleogum resin that obtained from the stem incision of Commiphora molmol or different species like Commiphora absirica belong to family Bruceraceae. And when we are talking about the chemical constituents, the major chemical constituents the oleogum resin. That means the combination of volatile oil plus gum plus your resins. The concentration of the gum resin volatile oil, like resins आपको 25 से 40% मिलेगा, गम ज़्यादा मिलेगा 50-70-61%, एंड volatile oil और oleo 7 to 17%. Okay, now another important part we discuss regarding meat, the uses. The main uses of meat is that your carbonating, and it is also used to prepare परफ्यूम एंड इंसेंस स्टिक. धूप बत्ती बनाने के लिए, अगरबत्ती बनाने के लिए यूज करते हो. इट इज़ पर्टिकुलरली यूज एज फिक्सेटिव इन परफ्यूम इंडस्ट्री। फिक्सेटिव मतलब क्या है, मील को जब देते हो ना परफ्यूम, आपका अरोमेटिक स्मेल, जो अरोमा स्मेल बहुत लॉन्ग के लिए रहता है, मतलब टाइम रहता है, इज कॉल्ड फिक्सेटिव। ओके, समटाइम मीर का जो होता है ना, इट हैविंग द एस्ट्रिजेंट एक्टिविटी, so it is used to precipitate the protein of the in the mucous membrane. So that's why it is presented in the form of tincture, paint, gargle, or which is used to rinse or mouth or any internal part of the body. Okay, so this is about the meal. The meal, again I repeat, meal contain the chemical constituent that is your gum, oligomyelin, and gum is the major chemical constituents. Question number 2. Okay, now question number 2, we'll discuss about that pilocarpine is an alkaloid, obviously alkaloid, containing what type of chemicals, what type of your ring. Okay, oxazole, pyrazole, pyrrole, and imidazoles. And the right answer will be your imidazoles. Okay, now you have to explain the next slides. Look at this one. Pilocarpine is the chemical constituent that present in the plant Pilocarpus. Okay, so Pilocarpus, first we discuss about regarding the Pilocarpus plant. First we discuss about the synonym. Okay, and that is called Jaborandi. Okay, then other one there, but you have to know that most many time you get the question regarding the synonym also. So among all the synonym, the most important one the Jaborandi. Okay, now go to the biological source. The Pilocarpus, which is the leaves of Pilocarpus jaborandi and belong to family Rutaceae. It is not mentioned here, but I am writing here, belong to family Rutaceae. Okay, and the major chemical constituent present in pilocarpine is the imidazole alkaloid because it contains imidazole ring. Diazole means 2 nitrogen, so it contains imidazole rings. Okay, and the chief chemical constituent, that is your pilocarpines, which is your contain the imidazole ring, pilocarpine and pilocyne. Okay, now we discuss regarding the uses of pilocarpine. The pilocarpine is totally antagonistic but do opposite work to the atropines. If atropine causes mydriasis or dilation of blood eye people, then pilocarpine causes constriction of eye people. It is working against the atropines. Sometimes pilocarpine help to causes salivations or lacriminations. Okay, so it is also having the galactagogue activity. Galactagogue activity means it particularly help to secrete the milk in case of mother, and it is used in the treatment of glaucoma. Also, it is a eye disorders. Okay, so you have to remember that the right answer for this one is the imidazole ring, because this ring is imidazole I discussed here, and pilocarpine, psilocin both are the active chemical constituent and both have the imidazole ring. Okay, next question number next. Belladonna is the active chemical constituents present in which of the following plant? This question has came same ESI 2019 pharmacist. Belladonna is the active chemical constituent present in the which of the following plant? Cinchona, myrobalan, kalmeg, and jetmansi. Okay, and the right answer will be jetmansi. Okay, discussion point. Look at the slide. Jetmansi, also synonym, first discuss. Jetmansi, also called as Indian spike nard or nard. Okay, biological source, it is the dried rhizome of Nadochithis jetmansi, belong to family Valerineaceae. So if somebody remember the family, from the family, the answer will be here. That is your Vela, sorry, Valenons. Okay. So Valenon is the active chemical constituent found in Jetmansi. Okay. So Jetmansi is actually contain the pale volatile oil. It also having the resin, sugar, starch, and other active chemical constituents. Okay. It also contain jet manson, jetamaneson, and other chemical constituents. Okay. It also contain nado, stachon. These are ketone group, and it also contain valerianones. Okay. And uses, regarding uses, Jetmansi is used in Indian medicine for the long time. It is used as sedative. It is used as antispasmodic, diuretic, and immunogogue and stomachic. Okay. It also used right now for the hair tonic. So you may find that most of the hair oil that contain Jetmansi, because Jetmansi having the hair growth promoting activity. At the same time, some people believe that Jetmansi impart blackness to the hair. So that's the reason it is now incorporated most of the marketed oil. ओके, जो मार्केटेड है उसमें जटमेंसी मिलता है, चलता है। बहुत सारे आप ऑयल देखेंगे जिसमें जटमेंसी है। ओके, तो अगेन रिपीट, जटमेंसी Valeronone is the active chemical constituent present in the jetmansi. Okay, now question number 4. Killar-Killarney test is specified for what type of chemicals? Pronancins, linamarinins, cascorosides, digitoxins. Okay, so when we are discussing Killar-Killarney, the answer will be, just think of the answer, then I will discuss. It will be digitoxos, because you might have studied Killar-Killarney test is specific for the digitalis. Okay, and digitoxos is the active chemical constituent of digitalis. Okay, so we discuss about the digitalis. So look at the Killar-Killarney test. What do you do? In the Killar-Killarney test, what you do? First of all, take the drug powder. Okay, take the drug powder. Okay, now put your 10 ml of 70% alcohol. Okay, so now after putting the alcohol, boil for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, and filter. After filtering, you get the filtrate. Okay, now to the filtrate, add 5 ml of water and 0.5 ml of strong solution of lead acetate. Then again go for the filter. You got the filtrate. That filtrate is added with equal amount of acetic acid or chloroform. Okay, then the whole content is evaporated and you got the some little extract. That extract is again treated with glacial acetic acids. Okay, then cool it and add 2 drops of ferric chloride solutions. Okay, now after that, all the content now transport to a tube which contain 2 ml of sulfuric acid by H2 support. So the content we adding into the H2 pot, you find that reddish brown layer acquiring bluish green color. So this, when this will come, that shows positive to the digitoxins. Okay, so this is called Keller-Killian test, which is the specific test for digitalis leaf. So under the specific test, other tests are there like legal test, Baljet test, Keller-Killian test, etc. Okay, so they are generally used to identify digitoxins or digitalis like that ones. Clear thing, you are clear about this one. Then next one, question number 5. Curchi is an dash type of alkaloids. Okay, isoquinol alkaloids, steroidal alkaloids, saponin glycosides, indole alkaloids. That means Curchi contain what type of chemicals in it, and the right answer will be your steroidal alkaloids. Okay, how we explain this ones? Look at the picture. Curchi, which synonym are Holerena or Curchi. Okay, this is a plant which also available in different part of your India, like your MP, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Jharkhand, Bihar, like that ones. Okay, and when you discuss about the biological source, it is actually dried stem not root bark, stem bark of Holerena antidysenterica belong to family Apocynaceae. Again I repeat, the biological name, official name of Curchi is that Holerena antidysenterica belong to family Apocynaceae. And the chemical constituent, the major chemical constituent are conacin, okay, then conines, then conacenine, etc. So look at the picture, conacin, in which you are finding steroidal nucleus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's why it is coming under steroidal alkaloids. Steroidal alkaloids. Okay, and Curchi is used particularly for as anti-dysentery. It is used against the dysentery. It is used in case of diarrhea. Okay, it is used as anthelmintic, anthelmintic. It is used as stomachic, etc. Particularly those people having diarrhea and dysentery, in that case Curchi is working well. Okay, will work well. I think you understand this point. Next we'll discuss about question number 6. The 6 says that Senna belong to family which Rhamnaceae, Bursaraceae, Leguminosae, Scopularaceae. Very easy answer that you know, and that will be Leguminosae. That will be your Leguminosae. Clear? So now we'll discuss about this one. Senna is very common drug available in India as well as other part of outside India. Synonyms are Alexander Senna, Indian Senna, Trinvali Senna. Because you know that Indian Senna also called as Trinvali Senna. Why? Because it is cultivated in the Tin Valley area of Tamil Nadu. The district name is Ramanathapuram. So that's why it is called Tin Valley Senna. Okay, because locally the Tin Valley area is very famous for the cultivation of Senna. Alexander Senna, which is the Senna which is cultivated outside India. Senna is very famous because it is uses laxative or purgative, as you know that. Now discuss about the biological source. Senna leaf contain the dried leaflet of Cassia acutifolia and Cassia angustifolia. Remember that Cassia acutifolia, that is your Alexander Senna, and Cassia angustifolia, that is your Indian Senna. Okay, that is called Indian Senna. Clear? And the family belong to Leguminosae family. Okay, The question came, but the question was there that Senna belonged to family your Leguminaceae. This one Leguminaceae family. Okay. Now come to your chemical constituent. Chemical constituent contain anthraquinone glycoside. ये भी क्वेश्चन आ सकता है आपको. Anthraquinone glycoside. Okay. So what are the famous anthraquinone glycoside? That is your Sinoside A, Sinoside B, Sinoside C, Sinoside D. Sinoside A, B are isomer to each other. Sinoside C and D are isomer to each other. Apart from the sinoside, it also contain aloimodine and rehin. Okay, and Senna uses each as laxative, purgative, and it also having the gripping effect in the large dose, and it occurs in the large intestines. Clear? So this is about the explanation regarding Senna. Then question number 7. Indian aconite is a common name of for dash. The same question came in ESI 2019. It a common name of Aconitum chesmathum, Aconitum carmichalis, Aconitum brachypodium, Aconitum ferox. The right answer will be Aconitum ferox. Okay, to discuss about this thing, that this is the aconite. Most important is synonym. You may get question from the synonym. What is the synonym of aconite? That is monk's hood. Although different are there, but you have to remember particularly focus on monk's hood. Biological source: aconite is the dried root of Aconitum nepalus. And belong to family Ranunculaceae. But Indian aconite, that is, it is the dried root of aconite, your ferox, the family the Ranunculaceae. Okay, and the chemical constituents are your aconitins. Okay, aconine, naphthalene, isoconitin, etc., neolin, etc. Okay, and uses actually it is used as local analgesic in liniment to treat neuralgia, nerve disorder, rheumatism, and inflammations. Okay, that have to remember that it is used in case of local analgesia. Okay, in case neuralgia, rheumatism, and inflammation. That is okay. Next questions. Which of the following is a plant growth regulator? The same question came in ESI 2019. इसमें कौन है जो प्लांट रेगुलेटर है? खेलिन, अनाबेसिन, जिबोलिन and genticins. The right answer will be your gibbolins. Okay, gibbolins. Okay, is a gibbolin or explains. So you know that the plant hormones, or इसको बोलते हैं phyto hormones, are two type. One is got the plant growth regulator, second plant growth inhibitors. Okay, so the plant growth promoter, plant growth inhibitors. It's not growth regulator, it's the promoters. Remember that this is called plant growth promoter, plant growth inhibitor. That means some hormones which actually help to grow but development of the plants, that is called plant growth promoter, and certain hormones are there which actually inhibit or stop the retard the growth of the plant, that is called plant growth regulators. So among all the natural hormones, we classify into two categories. So auxin, gibbolin, cytokinin coming under plant growth promoter, whereas the abscisic acid and ethylene coming under plant growth inhibitor, because they are known as also stress hormone. Particularly abscisic acid also called as stress hormone, because when the plant is in stress condition, at the time this hormone is secreted from the plants, like drop, like your high heat, high temperature, in that conditions. So in between the question will be the right answer like this one. The which of the following is the plant growth regulator? That is your gibbolins. Okay, now go for question number 9. The natural alkaloid used in the treatment of gout is dash: amitriptyline, colchicine, rizorpine, and synchin. And the right answer will be your what? Colchicines. Okay, colchicine we'll discuss. Colchicine actually is the active chemical constituent of your colchicum. Okay, colchicum is a plant. Okay, that we using the corm or seed of colchicum plant. So regarding synonym, you remember one very important synonym, that is meadow saffron. This question you may cut because the flower similar like to saffron, it is called meadow saffron. Okay, and ऑटोमन कॉर्कोस भी इसको बोलते हैं. बायोलॉजिकल सोर्सेज पढ़ेंगे. इट इज द ड्राइड सीड्स एंड कॉम ऑफ कोल्चिकम ऑटोमोनल बिलोंग टू फैमिली लिलियासी. Okay, and the active chemical of your colchicum is the colchicine and democolchicine and other ones also, but the main one is the colchicines. Okay, this is used for the gout and your rheumatoid arthritis, particularly for the joint inflammation, small joint inflammation like gout, you are using the colchicines. Another important for the question, your exam point of view, colchicine actually also causes your that one that is I just forget that name. Colchicine actually causes induces your polyploidy. Polyploidy means when the number of set of chromosome is more than abnormal, like 3 set, 4 set, 5 set, 6 set, that's a polyploidy. Under the polyploidy, like your pentaploidy, hexaploidy, tetraploidy, triploidy, etc. etc. Okay, now question number 10. Etoposide is a semi-synthetic derivative of what? Plant alkaloid, plant tannin, plant glycoside, plant terpene. So answer will be your plant glycosides. Okay, plant glycosides. Etoposide, when you're talking etoposide, it is related to anti-cancer by cytotoxic drug. We'll discuss one by one now. Answer. So etoposide that we get from the very famous plant that is called podophyllitoxins. Podophyllitoxins इन्होंने podophyllitoxin में apple root. Okay. Biological source podophyllitoxin. Podophyllum consists of dried rhizome of and root of your Podophyllum platytum. Okay, Podophyllum MOD is also present. Okay, Podophyllum platytum, Podophyllum hex, MOD, etc. belong to family Perbidinaceae. Okay, look like this one is the root or rhizome of the Podophyllum. This particular plant available in the Europe, particularly Himalaya states like Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, etc. Okay, the podophyllum contains the active chemical constituent, that is podophyllin or podophyllitoxins. Okay, or your etoposides. So etoposide is also present in the podophyllitoxins. Okay, and podophyllitoxin is particularly used as cytotoxic drug. It is used in case of venereal and other warts. It having the anti-cancer property. It is used particularly to treat the lungs and testicular cancer. Okay, this is all about 10 questions for every classes. So we actually discussed 10 questions from pharmacognosy, and that question already came in the previous examinations. Like that, every alternate day I will do a video, and the video aim is that initially we will do all the pharmacognosy question that has been came in the different examination. After completing that, we will discuss regarding the individual chapter and the probable questions. Okay, थैंक यू वेरी मच. मैं सोचता हूँ कि आपको वीडियो अच्छी लगे होंगे, क्योंकि हमने सारी एफर्ट दी अच्छी पढ़ाने के लिए, डाटा कलेक्शन करने के लिए. तो आप वीडियो देखिए, जो भी प्रॉब्लम हुआ आप कमेंट करके हमको बता सकते हैं. थैंक यू वेरी मच. हैव ए नाइस डे.